What's going on, y'all? We have a new LTQ this week, so I'm sure you're wondering how things switched up. By the way, they did fix freaking Nameless City. I know we just had to, talked about that in the most recent video I was in, but they did fix it. But of course, it's a little too late, too late, which is why I was kind of discussing that. But nonetheless, they do have a new LTQ, so let's dive into that. Let you know if it's worthwhile to run. I guess you might be wondering, okay, well, should I really be running this? What's really in it? I saw it, but should I really be doing it? Well, we're going to answer all that here. But first, be sure to like and subscribe. Helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. So this week we have a new LTQ. It's actually a new one. It's not a recycle one. So if you go here to Limited Time Quest, you will see Drill Large Enemy Cleanup Op. Now this LTQ is actually pretty neat, pretty fun, and it has some few gimmicks to it. You fight a few bosses, some mobs. At the end, you're going to fight a big bear type. It's going to have a big exploding bomb. You could go into this little corner room if you want to avoid that blast, by the way. There's also some paths that you could take to unlock some photon blasts, whatever, I can't remember what it's called, but the photon blasts, little purple things. You can take these paths. You always want to take the one on the left here if you're the only person doing it. It's the easiest path. Pretty much don't get hit, and then you're fine. However, the one on the right has you going through some lasers like it's Mission Impossible. So if you're not really up to par in your cat burglar skills, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't put all your stats into cat burglarizing, then you maybe don't want to take that path because you might get hit by those lasers and then boom, you can't use that switch to unlock the photon blast. That being said, after you exit that area, you will be at a mutant. So just a friendly reminder, and I always do this when I go into these, I always remind people this is a mutant. So that means that, when it roly-polies, then it goes and it knocks itself on its side. Dive attack. You need to dive attack in order to make the weak points exposed. Otherwise, that fight's going to take you minutes. Minutes upon minutes. Doesn't matter how strong you are, it's going to take you minutes upon minutes because it has enhanced defense when it is upright. So you want to dive attack it, spam dive attack until it flips over and it completely exposes its weak point. After it does the spin attack and it falls on its side. So you want to do dive attack there. It's just a friendly reminder for anyone who's new or people who just don't remember, because you always have to understand people don't remember. We have new players. It doesn't hurt to remind people. Don't get upset with it. Don't get angry with it. If people don't do it, remind them. Simple as that. But nonetheless, it's a pretty straightforward LTQ where you're just fighting mobs, fighting bosses, and little small gimmicks in it. And it takes really about 5 minutes or so to do on average. Of course, that's going to vary with your team strength, but it's going to be fairly quick, and it's a pretty good option to do because of the jobs that do it. So pretty much for the same reasons of why you should have been doing Nameless City, which, all ship is fixed now, but there's no point to do it because the LTQ is where you should be at now. But pretty much for the same points are the same reasons why you want to be doing this LTQ. So there's also a King Captain that spawns after the Rock Bear as well. So of course you want to get the King Captain. But pretty much that drop pool is going to be everything. So all the Fusius, you're going to see Dreadkeeper 5s in there in a ridiculous amount. Like I think one time I got 7. 7 Dreadkeeper 5s. So that's literally almost like enough right there off the bat to make a Grand Dreadkeeper 2. And you're going to get all pretty much everything that you need is going to be in there. Of course, there's a chance for 12s to drop there. I shouldn't even say that because they're not existent. Of course, Aerodyms drop in there as well. So if you need Aerodym EX augments, then that's also a possibility to use there or to get those there outside of Nameless City. You, of course, have your scratch tickets that drop from this as well. Ultimately, it's a one-stop shop type of deal, just like Nameless City was, in that there's a lot that drops here. I think this is probably better, though, for the dual quest augments, which are the Fusius, because it's a bit quicker and you get a good little amount of them every time you clear this. And like I said, it takes like 5 minutes to clear on average. So it's super duper quick, and you get a lot of goodies in here, a lot of good stuff. So really, we're at this point moving into this latter half of the month with Masquerader coming out and then Veil coming out next month. We're at this point where, seriously, y'all, there's no reason not to have, at least average gear, because everything has been handed to you literally for free, probably more so for free than we have seen maybe ever in the past, like a couple months or so, quite frankly. I'm sure we'll be getting a new augment soon from Veil, We know we get the Magic Series from Masquerader. You know, those aren't really new augments, I wouldn't say, because they're the same potency. I'm sure we'll get probably a new augment from Bill, which will then kind of give something to chase after for gearing wise, especially for more veteran players. But we'll wait until then and we'll see what happens. Nonetheless, this LTQ is a solid one to be running, so I would definitely recommend running it because you have no reason not to be getting the goodies, getting the seasonal points to clear the seasonal shop, get all the seasonal shop stuff. There's no reason not to be getting it. You get 75k seasonal points per run. I'm just saying. But at any rate, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see y'all in the next one. Happy hunting. Spike content.